Hello everyone! Welcome to my new bachelorette pad. I am so excited to show you around today. Everything is all finished, so come on in and let's get started with this apartment tour. So if you've seen my marble desk DIY, then this whole entrance area will not come as too much of a surprise for you. But if you haven't checked it out, I will link it down below. And welcome to my little entrance hall. I wanted to keep it really simple and somewhat minimalist at the entrance so that you're not overwhelmed with things as you come into my home, because at least when I come home, I usually have lots of bags and groceries, or I'm coming home from work. So I just like having space around here. So over here is my little entrance area where I like to put everything down when I get home. This way I always know where my keys are. I have this little bobblehead, which is super cute. It was an Easter gift from my mom while I was in Hawaii. And one of the earliest things that came together for me was the idea of having a mirror in the entrance. So I purchased this one from HomeSense, and I really like the vibe of it. I think it has a little bit of a rustic feel with the really kind of rugged rope that it hangs from. And then I actually already had the deer hook, and I think they really came together super well. Deer hooks like that are available from a lot of boutiques. You can probably find it at even larger stores like HomeSense as well. And the nice thing is that the hook is nice and sturdy, so it keeps the mirror really stable. So if you're new to my channel, I live in Vancouver. My apartment is about 750 square feet. It's a 1-bedroom plus den, but it also has a small solarium. So I was really happy to find it because, as you'll see, it is really bright once we get into the main living area of the apartment. But for now, we're just gonna go to the left as we come into the apartment, and I'll show you my bathroom. The decor of my apartment is what I would call comfy glam, and for the bathroom, I tried to kind of stay within that philosophy and go for a bit of a spa vibe. The color palette I chose for the apartment is oceanic, so although you don't see a lot of seashells or actual oceanic pieces, the color palette is very much teal and blue-gray and lavender and that. So I have white towels that I try and keep really white by bleaching every couple of months. So I highly recommend that. It works really well for me. And to blend with the nature vibe that I have in a lot of my decor, I hung up this little tree branch coat hook that I keep some robes on or clothing while I'm showering, clothing choices for after my shower. And then what I meant by the spa vibe is I struggled a little bit at first when I moved in as to how I was going to manage to store everything in this bathroom, because it does not have a lot of storage, and most of the undersink storage is taken up with beauty products, since I am a beauty guru, of course. So what I ended up doing is getting a nice basket from HomeSense. I really like this one. I feel like it has a lot of nice texture to it, and then rolling up some towels like you often see in spas and just kind of bundling them up in there. So here's my little sink area where I get ready every day when I wake up. I try and keep this as clean as I can, but I do like to have my essentials out for easy access. So I have my favorite Bioperformance cream, toothbrushes, Clarisonic, you know, the important things. And I really like that the texture of the sink is marble. You'll see a lot of different marble accents as we go throughout the apartment. And as I mentioned when I did my marble DIY video, I like to sort of keep it fairly minimal with marble, because otherwise I feel like you can end up having the whole apartment look really cold. But if you add little marble touches here and there, I think it looks really luxe and really current. So I'll point those out as we go along. There's no way this would be a proper bachelorette pad if I did not have a good bathtub, so here it is. And I like to just keep my products all around it because I find shower caddies end up looking really bulky. There was really nowhere to put one, and this way I don't actually have to clean one either. I just keep everything out for easy access, and that also helps me to make sure that I'm editing all the products that I use on a regular basis. Have my coat closet, so I have all of my coats stuffed in here. I do have quite a lot of coats, so it's very full. Then once we get past my little marble table, you have a little bit of a walk-in closet. I really like this because it's essentially overflow from my regular closet, and of course it's also a closet that I share with His Majesty. So this is also the room where I keep his royal toilet. I really like this wooden unit. It's from Wayfair, and it keeps all of his things stored away out of sight, but also just really helps to keep everything feeling really clean. It's the best way. I think if you have a cat or even multiple cats, it just really keeps your home neat, and it keeps all the litter contained so it doesn't end up all over your floor. Loungewear in here, underwear in here. This is essentially functioning as my lingerie chest. I have a really pretty painting of a woman that I feel like brings a little bit of grace into this room, and even though this is kind of what I also call my ugly room, where I might put things away if I have guests, which I really find is amazing. You have to have somewhere in your apartment where not everything has to be pretty, and you can just kind of put things away and not worry about it. To the right of the closet, I have a great little nook area, and this could easily function as an office, but I've actually chosen to have it be kind of a reflection of my style. So it's ended up being half a getting ready sort of area in the morning for me, where I can just sort of look at some of my favorite pairs of shoes. And then I also have a little bit of an entertaining area as well, with a food-themed painting and a bar cart, because I really enjoy having a bar cart to style and kind of entertain and mix cocktails from. So here I have this huge drawer set, and it's only because this area is very generously sized, since it was I think designed to probably be an office, but I rarely ever really work from home and prefer the sunroom for that anyway. So I have this huge drawer set, and I love how it fits in here. It doesn't kind of end up looking bulky at all, and I keep all of my sweaters in here. You can see them overflowing because I have a very large cashmere collection. Then I keep some of my favorite designer handbags out on display. Since this area is not in direct sunlight, I feel comfortable doing that, and they're handbags that I tend to pull out and use quite a lot on the regular anyway. So I have my vintage Chanel flap, and then just a few decorative items and pictures as well that I thought looked really nice. And then this whole shelving unit is actually one of the elements that I was really waiting for in order to be able to do this apartment tour. It took a long time to come, but it is from Staples, and I cannot tell you how nice the quality is in person for the price. It was about $200, but I had a coupon code, so it ended up just being really affordable. I really like the glass paired with the taupe wood, and it feels really just substantial and nice quality in person. It's great for any kind of storage. For me, I tended to just want to use it as a display case, but down below you can also see I used it for some storage for more handbags and smaller items like wallets. And I just think it really came together nicely, and it both looks nice and is really functional to store some of my designer items. And then over here I have my bar cart area. So this painting is actually a collage by a pretty famous Montreal cartoonist who turned painter for a little while. So I really like it. It's definitely something I've grown up with and then essentially stole from my mom. And then over here I have a bar cart, which is really close to my heart because actually when I was little it held my doll's house, and now I use it as an adult for entertaining, and I restyle this kind of periodically. I always like switching it around. Cocktail shaker along with a modern one, some little tools which are from West Elm. I'll see if that's still available. If it is, then I will link it down below. And then these glasses are actually brand new. I was so happy with them when they came because I just think the copper on them is so beautiful and bright, and it really lights up the whole bar cart. So those are from Wayfair. And you know, to be honest, I don't think you really can make a garbage can beautiful, but I still tried, and I got one from HomeSense that has a little bit of a retro style to it. So welcome to my kitchen. This is where all the tastiness happens, including coffee, which is kind of helping sort of with my voice because I am really congested right now. I apologize. I'm getting over a cold. If I sound a little strange in this video, that's why. So unfortunately, I would say the biggest downside of this whole apartment, which isn't really life-changing, but it's something that I encourage you to check out when you look at an apartment, which I did not do enough because I was in a hurry when I rented this place. But a lot of the items in the kitchen are actually undersized, so they're apartment size instead of full sized, and if you cook a lot that might bother you. So this is a little bit of a smaller fridge than would be normal. In a little bit I'll ask if you would like me to do a full clothing organization and closet tour video, and then I'll also ask you whether you would like to see some more recipes, because I think this is one of the first kitchens in an apartment that I've lived in that I just really love, and that has lots of natural light coming in, so I think it would be really good to film in. So let me show you a little bit closer in terms of all the details of how I've styled the kitchen to kind of make it feel more homey, since it is very neutral and simple to begin with. So one thing I really like in home decor is to combine different textures to really kind of increase the interest in an area. So even though I haven't done a lot with the kitchen, combining the texture of the granite countertop with the pink marble of this cheese board here and this really pretty swirly bowl that I actually painted. I've ended up putting a lot of my favorite things in here, including my new little Le Creuset little egg cups. I really like these. And then all of my favorite mugs, garlic, important in any Italian kitchen. And then I have all of my cooking oils and just, you know, condiments that I use on the daily, like honey. I have a spare Bialetti. I have 2 Bialettis just in case, because that is my source of caffeine. And then I had a friend over for dinner yesterday. I made this delicious olive oil chocolate cake. I'll link the recipe down below, because I so wish that you and I could have coffee and cake right now together, but unfortunately that's not really possible virtually for me to cut you a slice of this delicious cake, so I'll give you the recipe instead. I do wish that there was somewhere that would fit my Philips pasta maker comfortably in the cabinets, but unfortunately they're very shallow in terms of how they've been built, so it actually doesn't fit anywhere, which is unfortunate. But in here I have all of my dishware and glassware, and then I also have some jars up there with flowers and things for baking. I have knives, you know, all of these important things for when you cook. I even have a really cute little vintage spice rack. If you've seen my home haul, then you know that I converted one of these little Le Creuset cocottes into a salt dish, and I also have the pepper shaker, and this is in the color Caribbean, which is really pretty and bright for this otherwise neutral kitchen. And then to add another pop of color, I have my mint green Smeg kettle, which is one of the nicest gifts I've ever received, because it just gives me so much joy every morning when I wake up to see it. You can see, like most apartments in Vancouver, the living area is a kind of one room open plan, which really helps to maximize on a small space. Because I do live in downtown, so space is at a premium. And this dining area is just one of the nicest, most inviting places in my apartment that I feel so proud with how it came together, because I think it's very traditional to just have, you know, 4 or 6 dining chairs in an apartment with a smaller table. But I did already own this large wood table, which is actually extendable, so it can be a little bit smaller if you fold down the middle part of it, but I like to keep it really open for entertaining, and it's just really nice to have all of that space for laying out food and just kind of making it feel like a real home and not just an apartment. So I ended up doing this setup with a bench, which is from Wayfair, which was really affordable. I love how it turned out. I love the gray tones of it, because I feel like that really pulls some of the coloring from the kitchen into the dining area, and I made it really cozy with this cute little sheepskin rug, which is from HomeSense. Then I wanted a little bit of a centerpiece without having the table fully set, so I put a little coaster, then a bowl, and then I decided to really layer things up and create more height. So I added a cake stand and then a pretty little candle from Anthropology with the copper accent on top, which I think is also really current and brings a little bit of a modern element into the dining area, because everything else is a bit more country chic. So then over here I have a painting that my uncle painted, so it's very close to my heart. It's always kind of been in my family in someone's kitchen. To transition from the dining room into the living room, I have my little TV console, which doubles as a fireplace, which is super nice on cold fall or winter nights. Alright, so I'm going to take a load off. This is where all of the magical editing happens for my channel, as well as Netflix watching and all of those good things on weekday nights. So yeah, I just love my couch, I have to say, guys. Oh, are we getting a visitor? You wanna come say hi? You guys, you are being blessed and honored with His Majesty's behind at the moment. You want to say hi? Well, aren't we social today? He woke up just for you. Very unusual before dinner time because this whole video is being filmed on a beautiful, bright Sunday morning here in Vancouver. So I love my couch, as I was saying, and Fufu does too because he likes to walk along here while I'm editing or working. I just find it really comfortable. It's a really nice taupe color that has gone with the decor of pretty much every apartment that I've lived in since I've been in Vancouver. And over the years, I've paired it with different little decorative pillows. Right now I have an Anthropologie one and one from Urban Barn. And then I have a really pretty throw blanket, which is from West Elm. So let's take a look at the details. You can see I have a lot of texture going on in this part of the apartment where I have a furry cat and then a fluffy furry rug. This is a sheepskin rug that I purchased from Home Depot a couple of years ago, and it's actually stayed really nice. Then I have a super old fuzzy blanket that my cat really likes, another throw pillow on my Barcelona chair, which is the same taupe leather as my couch. You can see I have a little Juliet balcony, but not enough to really grow much on or spend much time out on, but it does provide a lot of natural light. So I have some planters here which are from West Elm, and I have some cacti in there, and those are proof, unfortunately, that I do not have a green thumb because they are the second round of cacti and succulents to live in those planters. I just freshly repotted them so that it would look nice for this video. If you've seen my home haul, then you know that lighting was one of the biggest investments that I made when I moved into this apartment, and this tripod lamp, which is kind of really Hollywood glam, a little bit Art Deco, I just really adore. It's from West Elm. And then from Urban Barn, quite a few years ago now, I have a stag's head, which adds a little bit of a nice modern element and again continues with the nature theme. Over here I have my coffee table, which I styled really simply and conveniently. I just have a stack of books, a notebook where I write video ideas, a contract law textbook for the course that I teach, and an old In Style magazine. That's actually my laptop cover from Amazon. All the beauty sleep happens. I really like how calming this bedroom turned out. It's not a very large space. It was a little bit of a design challenge that way. It's also a very transitional space in that it flows into the dining room essentially and the sunroom all at once. So all of the decor had to be really cohesive so that it wouldn't clash with each other, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. I think, again, you know, I kind of worked in those oceanic colors, so it works really well with the teal of the dining room, but it's a little bit different as well because you have some navy blue and light blue going on with the sheets, which kind of fades into this really beautiful lilac wall that was already painted with the apartment, so that was kind of my starting point. Decor wise. Lamps from West Elm, which I'm so happy with, and that kind of gives a little bit of an Art Deco twist to the room and adds again a little bit of that marble touch. So my sheets are actually from Bluebell Gray, and I really like this brand. It flow from the colors of the wall and the bed into some wall decor. I really kept it simple, and the only thing I have on the walls of this bedroom are these paintings on canvas that I actually painted myself a long time ago, and the colors have really worked out well. They're very calming, again very oceanic with a little bit of mint going on like in my kitchen. And it seems like this part of the apartment has also gotten the Fufu seal of approval since he spends most of my working days sleeping at the end of the bed right here. So if you guys would like to see a full closet tour and see how I organize this closet, it's a pretty basic sized closet in general. It's just got a rack inside and then a shelf as well. Then I will take a whole day to probably bring some lighting into the room and really show you how I've organized everything in there, because otherwise it'll be really darkened and take up a lot of this video as well. And then the final room that I have to show you is my really pretty solarium or sunroom, probably my favorite room in the whole apartment, because it's also my girly getting ready room and filming room. So I just find this room gets a lot of natural lighting, which is what I like to film with. I just find it really kind of is the best way to show you guys what things, including clothing mostly and makeup, actually look like in real life. So it's connected to my bedroom with a sliding glass door, and I just have a little bit of furniture in here. I wanted to keep it feeling fairly open, so I'll show you how I decorated that so that it would be really functional for filming, and then at some point I might do a full filming room setup video, including a vanity tour. So I like the way the sunroom is set up to just be essentially all glass. So it's got glass windows, of course, then a glass door here, glass sliding doors into the bedroom, which brings in a lot of light into that otherwise quite small room. And then I have my little mannequin here that I like to accessorize with things I'm currently loving. My vanity, which has just been DIY'd, of course, because I'm addicted to marble contact paper now. So this was really stained from makeup and unfortunately nail polish remover as well. So I gave it a new life by covering it with marble contact paper. Unfortunately, I then ran out, so I still need to do the top of this. So you guys should follow me on Instagram, because when I get the next roll of marble contact paper sent by Amazon, which I've ordered, then I will finish this off and then post a photo on Instagram. Then I have some camera equipment tucked away there, and over here I have my really pretty little jewelry armoire, which is mirrored, and I like having mirrored accents. I wouldn't want to have all my furniture be mirrored because I feel like that would be just too much. It's a really pretty little vintage cat ring holder, a Himalayan salt lamp. Yes, this is actually real salt, and it really lets off a pretty pink light in the evening. So that's it for the Elle Florence Cribs tour. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and seeing my new home. I'm so excited to be here and be comfy here and be producing exciting content from here for my channel. So stay tuned for more of that on here. Make sure you subscribe to see my next installment on style, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!